How can we, from a hiring standpoint, hiring is so, it's like the absolute hottest topic in this world right now. Everyone's like, hey, we have enough work. I mean, sure, could we get more projects? Great, we're not going to turn them down, but we need people, we need people, we need people. There's a lot of parallels between blue collar work and the military. How can we attract, as an industry, more veterans to our industry and make it easier for veterans to transition to this world once they leave the military?
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of organizations that are out there actually actively doing that, and getting in league with any of them is an outstanding way to do. I think there's great parallels between the construction industry and the military. I've met soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines over my military career that, the military lifestyle wasn't for them, and the fact that they didn't want to travel, they had a family or whatever, so they had legitimate reasons to get out, but their mentality was great, but they just, they were done with their military service. I think the construction industry is a great fit for those individuals. They do have leadership skills. They know how to work hard. They're trainable. They're thoughtful. So yeah, I think any of those organizations that are out there that are helping transition veterans into businesses, and then you have to educate, right? You have to educate the opportunities that are available, whether that's with military vets, whether that's kids graduating from high school. Kids going to high school, what do they hear about? They hear about college, 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 college. Why is that? Well, colleges stand to make money from those kids, right? They're not doing it for the good of the kids. So what are you doing to communicate with these kids that are 18 years old, 17 years old, so that they understand what opportunities are there and understand some of the shortfalls and pitfalls of going to college for 4 years and going $200,000 in debt? Let them know that's a bad plan.
Fair.
And you got a good plan for them. And here's what here's what it looks like in the beginning, and here's what it looks like in 2 years, and here's what it looks like in 4 years. And here's Fred, who's been doing this for 22 years, and by the way, he's got 3 houses.
As I was kind of getting out, I didn't hear construction as like a field. It seemed like all my friends were like, oh, I'm going to go home and be the cop in the local area, the sheriff. It's just like, but nobody ever talked about construction. But I think there's construction in the military, you're building something, there's a lot of value, you're working as part of a team, there's leadership. I don't, you can blame it, say, hey, that it's not talked about, but you can, if you're a construction company in an area, there are organizations that are helping people transition out. You could go make friends, talk to them, educate them on the value of construction as a career, and then, once you get some veterans in, then have them start talking. It's a gold mine of an opportunity because they've passed drug tests. I mean, they fit well in teams. I mean, I just don't think they're all thinking, hey, I'm going to leave the military. I'm going to go get a job in construction. It's just not something they think about.
I think there's a key thing that you just said, which as soon as you said it, I said, yeah, that's a good point. People tend to think of construction as a job, not as a career.
Right.
So I think introducing a young soldier or a young Marine that did their 4-year hitch, and now they're looking for not just a job, but for a career. So who's going to explain to them that this is not just a job, that this has the potential to be a career, and a very good career? A career that's, like you said, it's very rewarding on multiple aspects, and there's a huge amount of opportunity there.